The Steel City is ready at Acrisure Stadium here in Pittsburgh. Tonight, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you, the All-Pro Chris Boswell with the honors. Off we go from the Steel City. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Play action now, and here's Allen. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it'll lead to a second down.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
Throwing on second down, and they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Hockenson in motion. Now Allen facing 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So I don't hate this call, Mike. You think it's 3rd and short, everyone's at or near the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of green grass downfield in the passing game. Traditionally, though, I'm a little more comfortable with this call when you've made the decision that even if it falls incomplete, you're going for it on 4th down. So I don't love 3rd and short bomb punt. I do love 3rd and short, okay, you fail, I'm going to go for it on 4th down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now Jackson on the move. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Play action now. Jackson in trouble, and down he goes. That's the All-Pro 3 years running, Chris Jones. In there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down. The shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll be 2nd down.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. He gets that to his tight end, Smith. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 38 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now Jackson. He's going to run it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. Jackson looking to throw. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Ja'Marr Chase. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone. Because as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 7 and a yard at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Allen. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. That pickup good for 29 yards.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
Opening carry of the game for Aaron Jones. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Steelers' 33-yard line.
Here's Hockenson in motion. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Vikings football as we begin this 2nd quarter. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll go play action here with Allen. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
Allen now on 2nd down. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Justin Jefferson. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Allen. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
It's a really good effort on third down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it, and it's Jones. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down. Steelers offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. Back near his goal line, Jackson. He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, up past the 20. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
That's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
A first down throw for Jackson. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 4. They'll run it here with Saquon. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing Jackson. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
This throw right side is caught by Hill. And he will go all the way. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown Steelers. Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Steelers move out on top, 14-0. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He takes off. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. He connects with Jordan Addison. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 13 yards on the catch there. It'll be a Vikings first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here. Results in a big pickup. And got a fresh set of downs.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's the second charge timeout for Minnesota as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. First and 10. To throw is Allen. Here comes the screen to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is. So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver, and when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball, and he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hockenson on that one. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And at this point, they need all the points they can get. So kudos to them coming away with 3 before the half. I think they're going to need an overall better performance offensively going forward if they plan on pulling off this second half comeback.
So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Steelers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. To the outside, he's got Smith. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Jackson now on second down. Finds Tyreek, and that's a first down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. Wow, it wasn't for lack of effort. He tried every which way to elude the defense, but he was outnumbered. They finally got him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of yards.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down, and this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting, but finally when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He'll dodge one would-be tackle. He'll wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play.
And I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
I'll run up the middle with Barkley. How about that? Quick feet there. Made a man miss. On his way to a nice pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 3. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll tuck it and take off. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. A nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take.
Oh, Barkley has fumbled. And I think he was able to get it back. Yes, he was. That was so nearly the turnover the defense needed. They couldn't get it in time. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the bullet. We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Jones now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready for it there. First possession of this 2nd half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. begins with a carry by Jones. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
They'll go back to Jones on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 34-yard line.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. From the gun, throw here for Allen. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A gain there of 15. First down, Minnesota.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Brings up second and 3 at the Steelers' 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's second and 3. The middle, here's Jones. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
He's going to have a Vikings first down as they move the chains on third down.
Give a lot of credit to the left side of this offensive line. They're the ones who are going to do all of the work here, opening up that lane for their guy to run through. And really nice patience there by the back, letting his blocks develop to make sure he can pick up that first down.
This finds Jefferson coming across the field. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A gain of 24 through the air. It'll be a Vikings first down. From the gun, Josh Allen. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll bring up second down. From the gun, here is Allen. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. So that pass interference in the end zone puts the pressure on the defense. It is first and goal from the 1. Jones will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Reichard, good with the extra point. The Vikings are able to cut into the lead. It's now 17-10. to a one-score game as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Steelers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He's inside the 40. A terrific run. He's got this one down inside the 30-yard line. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 23-yard line.
They'll run the toss. He's a Barkley. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Gotta give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Jones now on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's Allen and the offense. Down by 10. 2:18 on the clock. Their offense has struggled all night. Now they need to find 2 scores to pull this out. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Allen. He'll get this. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of the Steelers has it. 1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll run. It's Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11. Here's Barkley. Finding space at the 15. And the left first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. They take care of business here at home. It's a game they were expected to win. They had no problems in the end as they cruise to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh. Ready for football now from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. And the pitch.
It is always a good time for football here in the city of Pittsburgh. Welcome to Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, we've got an entertaining one in store for you. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Will Reichert has it all teed up, and we're underway from Pittsburgh. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Throw right side, caught by Smith. Not a lot of room for him. He makes it to the 34. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options, Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
From the 34. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Here's Lamar on the sneak. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a 1st down. Come on, boys.
Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Allen off the play action. The left side brought in by Hockenson. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Dude, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. But both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
You want to drain some of the excitements of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. Dukes out a 1-stop. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 41. Has him on the quick hitter. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Allen on 3rd down. Completed over the middle. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And the punter earning some high fives on that one. They're going to down this kick at the 3. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock, as safety really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Now running for the first time with Jaylen Warren. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Well, I think I hear the warning sirens. You hear them, Kate? I think they just got quiet because that run right there gave them enough room from their goal line where you should feel comfortable calling anything in your playbook.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. They go to Barkley again. Up the sideline, past the 40. And he's finally brought down up at the 48. So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Play action now with Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And it sets up 2nd down.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Going again here on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Short pass brought in. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
We saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Jackson trying to sneak it. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. When you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
1st down, a run with Barkley. Danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play.
When one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball to make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get the game's first points here in the second. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here's Jones. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Minnesota all set to go for its 2nd drive. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. Minnesota in the formation. It's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 29-yard line.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Hutchinson reels it in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Allen. That one's caught by Jefferson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st and 10, here's Jones. Past midfield to the 45. And he has this all the way down at the 29-yard line. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Allen. Running screen out for Jones. And he drives it forward to maybe the 27. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Setting up the screen. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. That is caught, he's got Lamb. He's going to be hauled down at the 2, that sets up 1st and goal. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings tie this game 7-7. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Steelers taking over on offense with halftime rapidly approaching. And we're down inside a minute to play in the half, but that's enough time to get a drive together. First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down throw for Jackson. It's a big strike to Hill. And he's going to have this down at the 42-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Lamar now from the gun. Completes a DK Metcalf. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Lamar throwing again. Completes this one to Chase. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Steelers first down. Well, that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Jackson's going to throw again. Escapes out to the left. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take the lead just before halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Going after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Vikings 7.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. The Vikings getting one more drive here before the break. And from this spot, Brock, they'll likely consider just taking a knee and going into the half. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. All right, no more excitement here in this first half. He kneels this one down. Both teams head to the locker room. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Now Boswell on to send this away. Chandler now on the return. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Out come the Vikings for the debut possession of our second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Allen setting up to throw. Finds him over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk. It was nearly a big play.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Straight ahead they go with Jones. Blast through midfield. And he has this all the way across to the opposing 45. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Allen looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down after a short gain.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw now, Allen. Oh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation, and he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. The Steelers offense headed out. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. He'll step up, and there he goes. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. On 1st down, Jackson. Completed over the middle. And this one does not go far.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. This finds its target. That's Hill. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
From the 24. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line of gain.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, These little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's the Steelers with the ball. They're leading, but not by a lot. Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. He'll try to do it himself. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Caught near the goal line. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Vikings 7.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Chandler now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And this could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Minnesota in the formation. It's 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. 1st down throw for Allen. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Allen. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
He's running for it. He's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call, and that's in the 1st.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Tight end going in motion here. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And it's weighted down to approach here from the 40.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
Quickly trying this up the gut. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Jackson. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And they're going to be sent just outside that red zone. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's the Steelers' 1st down.
And the
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First down, here's Lamar. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers make it a 3-score game in the fourth. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle of the field open or close? Do I got a single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers stretch their lead to 21. Now Boswell on to send this away. Chandler now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Vikings now set to take the field. And this group feeling a little urgency to make the most of this one, Brock, after they threw that interception the last time out.
Yeah, we know there's no more predictive stat in the NFL than giving the ball away. Now, we walk that fine line as a quarterback. You can't play timid and scared to make a mistake, but you know you can't put the ball again in the other team's hands.
That's him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback goes man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
From the 32, running left side by Jefferson. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Looking from the gun, it's Allen. Goes right back to Jefferson, complete. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. The throw again, it's Allen. Hawkinson has it, working that middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
The city just made a sweep with the diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette of LA.
They're set up at the 35 now. On first down, Allen. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Again, Allen to the air. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Allen gonna throw again. Has room into the secondary. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And he's going to get stopped for right around the 45-yard line. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the fourth.
They run it with Saquon. Oh, he loses the football. It's picked up by the Vikings, going the other way. And they're going to set up on the opposing side of midfield after that fumble and return. Allen now on first down. Running a screen now for Jones. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Minnesota spends its second time out here. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Now at midfield after that loss. Here's second and long. Back to throw now, Allen. And that's complete. Here's Jones. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Now to throw. Fights off the pressure. And he's tackled for a short gain. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
4th down.
They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down. Desperation time here. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. He's down to a knee, and the Steelers getting ready to celebrate this victory. To make a check in the win column for the Steelers. Well, Brock, when it comes down to it, never an easy task trying to knock off a team inside their own building, right? You really see them come out with just a different kind of energy.
It's what every player is told, dating back to your Pop Warner and high school days. Defend your home turf. When somebody comes in and tries to knock you off inside your own building, well, you need to have the fortitude, the guts, the resolve to fight back and go get those wins. What an energized locker room right now. It always is when you do your collective job successfully and you do it in your own house.